What have you got here?
Pan-fried piece of salmon on a fennel, orange and chilli salad with some pickled chilies, and there should have been a little fennel puree as well, but I had a bit of a malfunction with the blender.
Oh, fair enough.
First of all, it looks great, let me tell you. With 5 minutes to go, your salmon wasn't even cooked. I'm so glad you didn't use those salmon over there. Fennel puree, what happened?
I left it too long to get it started, and then I couldn't get the blender to work.
Now, what's the vinaigrette that you brought the fennel together with?
A little bit of white wine vinegar, orange juice, extra virgin olive oil.
Fennel could have done with a touch thinner.
Yeah.
So it becomes a little bit more marinated. Look at that. Salmon's beautiful. Pink. Skin side down. What's the seasoning on the salmon?
There's a little bit of miso on the skin, just to give it a little bit of flavour.
That's delicious. Presentation, could have done with a less sort of kerfuffle of fennel.
Yeah.
But it's a really good, strong effort. I love the acidity, and that's what salmon needs. Vibrancy and life.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you.
Kapil, tell us what you've got.
Pan-fried salmon, then I got the yellow pepper sauce, and then crushed baby potatoes and asparagus on the tops, a bit of everything, and then I just garnished with a bit of roasted pine nuts in there.
Right. So, visually, it's rustic. You've got that sort of
Rustic, yeah.
crisscross on there. How do you cook the salmon?
9% of the time was on the skin side, and then about 10% of the time on the meaty side.
Good. And what's in the puree?
So the puree, I wanted to put shallots, but I put some white onions, roasted pepper, some red chili, a bit of fish sauce, and some seasoning.
So, 2 pieces of salmon. Why?
Because it wasn't very meaty, so I thought I'd just put 2.
What you've got there is a great flavour profile, because it doesn't look a glamorous salmon dish, I have to be honest.
Sure.
But the flavour's good. Potatoes need a touch more cooking. You're 90 seconds away. So when you're going to crush a potato with a fork, it needs to be a little bit overcooked to crush.
Sure.
And then bind that with some olive oil, fresh herbs, dill, and then let those potatoes lift. Asparagus, a little bit out there. Yeah. However, salmon cooked beautifully, and that puree is to die for. Good job.
Thank you.
And Carol, finally.
Hello.
What have you got here?
I've done a pan-fried salmon with a Thai-style sauce, served on a bed of bok choy with a little, I think they're enoki mushrooms, and lime cheeks.
Lime cheeks.
That's sort of chefy, isn't it?
It's very chefy, yes.
We've got a little bit retro with the old herbs around the outside. So we pick up the lime cheek and we squeeze across. Look at that.
In there.
That's what I love there. Look at the cook on that salmon. It's pink, it's moist, and it's delicious. And the base of the sauce is soy, fish sauce.
Sweet chilli, honey.
And why honey with salmon?
Because it adds that sweetness. If you don't put that in the sauce, it's just too pokey. You need to take the edge off all those fiery ingredients.
I thought it was going to be a little bit too overpowering for the salmon. It actually goes well. The salmon's
No,
rich,
it's good.
dense, oily.
Cuts through it.
Cuts through it. A little bit too deep on the scoring. That's a little technical issue. But the salmon is
I'd
pink.
just cut my finger off, hadn't I?
Yeah, no, we don't need that. However, I love the sort of textures and then that nice, fresh liveliness of the sauce, finished with those lime cheeks. It's a really good effort. Well done.
Thank you.
And so now for the hard bit. 3 terrific dishes, but there can only be 1 winner, so how difficult is this decision going to be?
They showed great prowess. More importantly, 3 individual dishes. This is going to be a very tough choice.